I'm 67. Blood pressure's fine. But 3 years ago, I started dealing with something small, or at least, I thought it was small, constipation. Every morning became a silent struggle, my belly felt heavy. I lost my appetite. Sleep became restless. I never imagined one digestive issue could drain my energy like that, and what surprised me most was that the thing that turned it all around was just a single spoonful of tiny brown seeds. That was the story of Mr. George, a retired engineer in Texas, who only discovered the hidden weapon in his kitchen after nearly 7 years of living tired, bloated, and quietly frustrated with his gut. And now I ask you, if you woke up feeling tired this morning, do you chalk it up to age, or could it be your gut, your heart, or your hormones sending quiet signals, hoping you'll finally listen? Let me ask you this, if you had to choose just one seed to keep in your kitchen, to support your digestion, your heart, your hormones, and even your bones after 60, which one would you pick? The one that absorbs 12 times its weight in water and helps your body let go effortlessly, or the one that contains 800 times more plant estrogens than other vegetables, capable of gently lowering cholesterol, rebalancing hormones, and protecting your heart behind the scenes? Direct hit. This is the quiet showdown between Chia and Flax, two humble seeds that may be small in size, but are quietly changing the lives of millions of older adults every single day. Chart decreasing. Here's a wake-up call. According to the National Institute on Aging, 2021, over 71% of adults over 60 are deficient in fiber, omega-3s, or out of hormonal balance, yet most of them don't know that just one small spoonful a day of chia or flax could make a powerful difference. I'm Dr. James. I've walked alongside thousands of older patients over the past 30 years, and today, I want to take you on a journey, a seed-by-seed breakdown of the Chia versus flax debate. Which seed truly supports your heart, gut, and hormones? Which one helps relieve joint pain, stabilize weight, improve sleep, and which one can actually backfire if used the wrong way? Stay with me till the end, because I'll compare chia and flax across the health goals that matter most: constipation, cholesterol, hormones, bone loss. Reveal common mistakes 90% of people over 60 make when using these seeds, and finally, show you a smart way to combine both, so you don't have to choose one or the other, but instead, choose a lighter, more vibrant life after 60. Movie camera. Let's dive into round 1, the core nutrition showdown between these two super seeds. Core nutrition: 2 seeds, 2 ways of living. Doc, I've eaten white rice and drank green tea all my life. Now I'm in my 70s, and you're telling me to add these tiny little seeds to my breakfast? What could possibly be so special about something that small? I've heard that question, word for word, more than 200 times in my office, and every time, I smile, because deep down, I know, if they just understood the true value of one spoonful of seeds, everything could change. Chia versus flax, which one packs more power? Picture yourself standing in your kitchen, staring at 2 small jars. One is chia, one is flax. Both look modest, quiet, even forgettable, but inside, a treasure chest of nutrients. Here's how they stack up. Nutrient: chia, 1 ounce/28 g, flax, 1 ounce/28 g, fiber 10 g, 8 g, protein 4.7 g, 5 g, omega-3, ALA, 5000 mg, 6, 400 mg, calcium 179 mg, 18% RDA, 75 mg, 7% RDA, magnesium 95 mg, 110 mg, calories 138 kcal, 150 kcal. Book source: USDA Food Data Central, updated 2023. I remember Mrs. Harriet, 72 years old. She used to have mild blood sugar crashes mid-morning. I recommended she add a spoonful of flax to her morning oatmeal. 2 weeks later, she called me back and said, "Dr. James, it feels like my brain's been greased. Everything just flows better." Fiber, the lifeline of the aging gut. Fiber is the very first thing I look at when choosing foods for older adults. After 60, our digestive system doesn't glide like it used to. Chia provides about 10 g of fiber per ounce, nearly 40% of your daily need from just one spoon. Flax offers a solid 8 g, still far more than your average cereal. Here's what matters: chia is rich in soluble fiber, which forms a gentle gel in the gut, soothing the lining, softening stools, and balancing blood sugar. Flax has more insoluble fiber, which helps push waste along and bulk up stools, if you struggle with chronic constipation, slow bowels, or bloating, go with chia. If your issue is irregularity or sluggish elimination, flax may be your better fiber fighter. Omega-3, natural oil for the heart and brain. Did you know? After 60, your brain and heart crave omega-3s, not just for memory, but to calm inflammation and lower stroke risk. Flax wins here, about 6,400 milligrams of ALA per ounce, one of the highest among all plant-based foods. Chia still shines, with around 5,000 milligrams per ounce, but slightly behind flax. Open Book: A 2020 study in the Journal of the American Heart Association found that a plant-rich ALA diet reduced heart-related death risk by 10 to 15%, if you don't eat fatty fish regularly, or you're concerned about cholesterol. Flax is a fantastic source of omega-3s. But if you eat salmon or sardines once or twice a week, chia can easily fill in the rest. Both chia and flax are clean, plant-based protein sources. They help preserve lean muscle and protect bones, absolutely critical once sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss, begins. Chia, 4.7 g protein per ounce, flax, 5 g protein per ounce. Pushpin: not much difference here, a near tie, but if you have diabetes or prediabetes, chia's slower protein release can help keep blood sugar stable after meals. Calcium-magnesium, the bone-strengthening duo. This one surprised even me. 1 tablespoon of chia contains more calcium than a quarter cup of milk. Chia, 18% of your daily calcium need. Flax, only about 7%. Both seeds are also rich in magnesium, a mineral essential for hundreds of cellular functions, including calcium absorption. Book's Nutrition Research, 2019, found that plant-based calcium is best absorbed when paired with soluble fiber and magnesium, both of which chia delivers in spades. Many patients ask me, "Doctor, I'm trying to lose weight. Will these seeds make me gain?" The answer: not if you understand how they work. Chia has slightly more carbs, but most of it is fiber, meaning it doesn't spike blood sugar. Flax has a few more calories, 150 versus 138 per ounce, but brings healthy fats to the table. If you need help feeling full longer and fighting snack cravings, go for chia. If you want slow-burning energy without glucose spikes, flax is a smart pick. Which seed fits which body best? Health goal: best seed to choose. Why? Constipation, sluggish digestion. Chia, gentle gel-forming fiber, soothes the gut. Heart health. Omega-3 support. Flax, higher ALA omega-3 content. Staying full, reducing cravings. Chia absorbs water, expands in stomach. Bone health. Calcium. Chia, superior calcium content. Hormonal balance, menopause. Flax, rich in natural lignans, phytoestrogens, clean plant-based protein, both nearly identical amounts. Speech balloon. In the next part, I'll tell you the touching story of Linda, 64, who stopped using laxatives after 17 years, thanks to one small change with chia seeds. And then, we'll dive deep into how these seeds affect hormones, menopause, and even cancer protection, a topic many seniors never expect to hear in a seed story. Stay with me. The best is still ahead. Flax, CHAA, hormone allies after 50, doctor. I don't know what's happening. Since turning 55, my emotions rise and fall like the tide. There are nights I wake up at 2 a.m. and cry. For no reason at all. Maybe it's menopause. I just don't know what to do anymore. Those were the quiet, trembling words of Eleanor, 58 years old, a widow living alone in Utah. She didn't want hormone replacement pills. She didn't trust flashy advertisements, but what she did believe in was something gentle, something natural, something that felt more like the way her body used to work, and would you believe, the thing that helped her sleep better, feel calmer, and find peace inside, wasn't a pill. It was a single spoonful of flaxseed every morning. Flax, a gentle balm for hormones after 50. What makes flax so unique is one powerful compound, lignans, a rare type of plant-based polyphenol. In fact, flax contains up to 800 times more lignans than most vegetables. What are lignans? Lignans are natural compounds that mimic estrogen, but they don't throw your hormones out of balance. Instead, they help restore hormonal equilibrium, especially in perimenopausal and postmenopausal women. Lignans can bind to estrogen receptors and either reduce excess estrogen or gently activate them when estrogen is too low. Books. A 2012 study published in Menopause, the Journal of the North American Menopause Society, found that women who consumed 40 g of flax daily for 12 weeks saw significant improvements in hot flashes, insomnia, and emotional swings. Flax hormone-sensitive cancers. Here's what most people don't know: lignans in flax may help reduce the risk of hormone-driven cancers like breast, prostate, and endometrial cancer. Open Book. A meta-analysis in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, 2015, reported that postmenopausal women with high lignan intake had a 18 to 23% lower risk of breast cancer. If you're a woman over 50 who's dealt with irregular cycles, hot flashes, or has a family history of hormone-related cancer, 1 tablespoon of flaxseed a day could be the most natural, nurturing way for your body to rebalance itself. Chia, not a hormone fighter, but a steady foundation. Now, chia doesn't contain significant lignans, so it doesn't directly influence hormones. But don't count it out. Chia plays a foundational role in your health journey. Backhand index pointing right. It provides soluble fiber to regulate blood sugar and reduce insulin spikes, which indirectly supports hormonal balance. Magnesium and zinc, 2 minerals critical for adrenal health and natural hormone production. Directed for men, chia can boost steady energy throughout the day, support gentle testosterone regulation, especially when paired with a low-sugar diet. I wasn't looking for miracles. I just wanted to sleep through the night, wake up without snapping, and have enough calm in my heart to hug my granddaughter without crying. And now I can, not because flax is some magic cure, but because, for the first time in years, I listen to my body with kindness. You see, sometimes the biggest changes don't come from the strongest pills, they come from the smallest acts of self-care, like sprinkling 1 spoonful of flax into your morning oatmeal. Who should use which seed for hormone health? Hormone goal recommended seed. Doctor's note: hot flashes, insomnia, emotional ups/downs, women, flax lignans help regulate estrogen, hormone-sensitive cancer prevention. Flax backed by strong scientific evidence, steady energy, blood sugar support. Men, chia fiber and magnesium help stabilize hormones. Postmenopausal balance. Flax, some chia combined for both hormone and metabolic support. Speech balloon. In the next part, we'll step into what I call the body's second brain, your digestive system. It's where these seeds show up not just as helpers, but as true healers. And I'll share the story of Mr. Michael, age 71, who used to rely on laxatives for decades, until just 3 weeks of combining flax and chia gave him bowel movements smoother than anything he'd had in 30 years. Your gut, where true health begins after 60, Dr. James. I sat on the toilet today for just 5 minutes. And it felt like nothing. That was the first thing Mr. Michael, 71, told me after 3 weeks of adjusting his breakfast. After more than 30 years of battling chronic constipation, laxatives, prune juice, sweaty, stressful mornings, he finally found what he called peaceful bowel movements. Most people think of the colon as just a waste pipe, but in truth, your gut is your second brain. It holds over 100 million nerve cells. It produces 90% of your serotonin, your feel-good hormone, and it helps control immunity, memory, sleep, and even mood, when your gut is working well. You feel light in your belly, clear-headed after meals, more restful sleep, and a surprising sense of peace, but when your gut shuts down, your whole system feels off, tired, irritable, disconnected. Chia, the gentle gut sweeper, when mixed with water, chia forms a natural gel-like coating. This gel soothes the gut lining, and gently wraps around toxins, cholesterol, and waste, working like a tiny broom that quietly sweeps your insides clean. Open book according to the journal Nutrients, 2021. Soluble fiber in chia not only boosts good gut bacteria but also helps lower CRP, an inflammatory marker linked to heart disease and dementia. It also slows digestion, helping with stable blood sugar and keeping you full longer. Direct hit best for people who often feel bloated or heavy after eating, struggle with IBS or sensitive bowels, eat small portions and want to feel comfortable afterward. Flax, the gut-trained conductor. Flax doesn't form much gel, but it's rich in insoluble fiber, the kind that adds bulk to your stool and stimulates natural movement in your intestines. If you feel stuck, flax is like a soft push that helps get things flowing again. A 2012 study in nutrition metabolism found that people with chronic constipation who took 10 g of flax per day for 12 weeks had twice as many bowel movements, with significantly better stool texture. Direct-hit flax is helpful for hard, dry stools every 2 to 3 days, fullness or pressure from backed-up waste, restarting gut movement after long-term antibiotic use. Picture your gut like a water pipe. Flax is the flowing water that pushes things out. Chia is the soft sponge that gently wipes the inside clean. Here's what I tell my patients: start your morning with 1 tablespoon of chia, to coat and calm the gut with soothing gel. End your day with 1 tablespoon of flax, to give your gut a little nudge before bedtime. With this rhythm, you'll avoid sudden cramps like from harsh laxatives, prevent diarrhea caused by forced contractions, and most importantly, maintain your gut's natural rhythm, which becomes crucial after age 60. Common mistakes to avoid: eating dry chia, it can swell and stick to your throat. Dangerous. Using whole flax, most of it passes through undigested. Not drinking water, both seeds absorb water and may worsen constipation if you're dehydrated. Direct it always. Soak chia for 15 to 30 minutes. Use ground flax seed. Buy pre-ground or grind yourself. Drink at least 10 ounces, 300 milliliters, of water with every tablespoon. I lived my whole life fearing the bathroom. Just thinking about having a bowel movement made me anxious. But now, it's like someone released the pressure valve inside me. I feel light, calm. I no longer dread every meal. I'm not saying chia or flax are miracle cures, but I do believe this: if there is a miracle for aging bodies, it lives in the small habits we practice each day. 1 spoonful of seeds, 1 glass of water, 1 moment of truly listening to your body. The gut's best friends. Digestive issue recommended seed. Doctor's note: bloating, IBS. Chia soothing gel layer for sensitive intestines. Hard, infrequent stools. Flax stimulates movement and adds bulk. Gut microbiome imbalance. Chia flax combo feeds good bacteria, removes waste. Post-antibiotic gut recovery. Flax helps restore natural bowel rhythm. In the next part, we'll journey into the heart, literally. Let's explore how these 2 tiny seeds impact cholesterol, blood pressure, and circulation, including why one of my patients lowered his LDL by 20% in just 6 weeks with nothing more than alternating chia and flax. Who's quietly protecting your heart? I lost my husband to a heart attack in the middle of the night. He never complained about anything serious. He still took his morning walks. He still ate his oatmeal, but what we didn't know was that his heart had been silently building up cholesterol for 20 years, from all the little things we never thought mattered. That's what Susan, 66, from Ohio, told me, her voice steady but filled with memory. After that loss, she began researching everything she could to protect her own heart, not out of fear, but out of a quiet promise to herself that she wouldn't leave this world the way her husband did, suddenly, and without warning. Here's the truth: after age 60, our cardiovascular system starts aging in silence, arteries stiffen, cholesterol quietly builds, blood pressure slowly rises, and low-grade, chronic inflammation, what doctors call inflammaging, becomes a constant presence. Chart decreasing. No wonder heart disease remains the leading cause of death for people over 65 in the US, according to the CDC, 2022. But here's the good news. Recent studies show that a small shift in diet, just 1 tablespoon of the right seeds a day, can make a profound difference. Flax, the silent cholesterol fighter. Between the two, flaxseed is the star when it comes to lowering LDL, the bad cholesterol. Flax is rich in insoluble fiber and lignans, which reduce cholesterol production in the liver, increase the body's ability to flush cholesterol through waste, slow fat absorption in the small intestine. I often tell my patients, flax is like a quiet janitor in your arteries, sweeping out what doesn't belong, keeping your heart from silently suffocating. Open Book. One large study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, 2015, found that just 30 g of flax per day for 3 months reduced LDL cholesterol by 10 to 20% in adults with high cholesterol. Lignans in flax also fight inflammation in artery walls, an important step in preventing plaque buildup and stroke. Chia, nature's lubricant for your arteries. While chia isn't as powerful as flax for cholesterol, it still plays a critical role in maintaining overall heart function. Omega-3 ALA, 5,000 mg/ounce, helps reduce inflammation and improve artery flexibility. Soluble fiber slows sugar and fat absorption. Magnesium potassium help naturally regulate blood pressure. Books. According to the Journal of Hypertension, 2020, 25 g of chia per day for 12 weeks led to modest improvements in systolic blood pressure, without the need for medication. Direct hit. Think of it this way. If flax is the cleaner, chia is the engineer, keeping everything smooth, elastic, and flowing. After her husband passed, Susan made a quiet but powerful change. She cut down on sugar, added fish to her meals twice a week, and every day, she stirred 1 tablespoon of ground flax into her oatmeal and 1 tablespoon of chia into her afternoon yogurt. After 3 months, her blood test results brought her to tears. My LDL dropped from 164 to 132. Triglycerides were better too, but more importantly, I slept better, felt lighter, and didn't get anxious walking into the doctor's office anymore. She never took statins. She never blamed the past, she simply started listening to her heart, with patience and purpose. How to combine chia flax for a healthier heart. Heart goal recommended seed. Doctor's note: lower LDL, bad cholesterol. Flax, ground is better absorbed, reduce inflammation, balance BP. Chia best when paired with omega-3s from fish, increase HDL, good cholesterol, both thanks to healthy fats. Fiber, prevent stroke, heart attack. Rotate chia flax daily. 1 tablespoon of each daily is ideal. If you already have high cholesterol, start with 1 tablespoon of ground flax daily. If you have high blood pressure, palpitations, or poor sleep, add chia to your afternoon snack. You don't have to do something dramatic to protect your heart. You don't need to overhaul your life overnight. Sometimes all it takes is a single spoonful, a bowl of warm oatmeal with flax, a quiet moment in the afternoon with chia and yogurt, a little rhythm, a little care, because often, the quietest choices protect us the most. Coming up next, we'll explore the biggest difference between these two seeds: absorption, because the nutrients don't matter if your body can't absorb them. I'll also reveal a common mistake many older adults make when eating these seeds, one that can undo all your healthy intentions. Stay with me. It's about to get even more important. Absorption. Common mistakes. When eating right goes wrong. Doc, I've been eating flax every day for nearly 2 months. But my lab results haven't changed at all. I asked him, have you been using ground flaxseed? He looked puzzled, then replied, oh. I've just been sprinkling whole seeds over my rice. That patient, Mr. Bernard, 69 years old, is one of the most disciplined people I know, never skips a meal. Never forgets a spoonful of seeds, but he fell into one of the most common traps, thinking that eating equals absorbing. Mistake number 1, eating whole flaxseed, and wasting its benefits. Flax seeds have a hard, smooth shell, like tiny stones filled with nutrients. But no key to unlock them. Sadly, 80% of my patients still sprinkle whole flax seeds on salads and believe they're getting omega-3s, but the truth is, they're mostly just adding fiber, not absorbing any of the real nutrients. Books. According to a 2020 study from the University of Copenhagen, whole flax seeds provide only 7 to 12% nutrient absorption, while properly ground flax offers up to 43 to 52% absorption. Backhand index pointing right. In simple terms, over 80% of flax's benefits go straight through your body, and down the toilet, if you don't grind them first. Buy pre-ground flaxseed, often labeled milled or ground flax, or grind whole flax yourself using a coffee grinder. Always store it in an airtight jar in the refrigerator to prevent oxidation. Mistake number 2, swallowing dry chia seeds, a choking risk. My granddaughter told me to take a spoonful of chia each morning. So I did, straight from the jar, no soaking, that same evening. I nearly ended up in the ER with something stuck in my throat. Chia seeds expand up to 10 to 12 times their size when exposed to water, forming a gel-like coating. If you swallow them dry, they can absorb moisture directly from your throat or esophagus, causing choking, blockage, or even inflammation. Open Book Clinical Gastroenterology Reports, 2019, documented an emergency case where a 74-year-old patient experienced airway obstruction from dry chia seeds. Direct safe solution: always soak chia seeds for 15 to 30 minutes before consuming, or mix them into moist foods like yogurt, porridge, or pudding, so they expand before entering your body. Mistake number 3. Not drinking enough water. Backfires. Both chia and flax are very high in fiber, which is a blessing, if you drink enough water, but without enough fluids, that same fiber will pull moisture from your gut lining, potentially causing worse constipation, bloating and discomfort, and, over time, complications like diverticulitis if used improperly. For every tablespoon of seeds, drink at least 10 ounces, 300 milliliters, of water. Otherwise, your gut won't have the conveyor belt needed to carry that fiber through smoothly. Mistake number 4, overdoing seeds as a meal replacement. I once met Mrs. Linda, 64, who tried to lose weight by replacing her meals with 4 tablespoons of chia a day. After 2 weeks, she came to me feeling nauseous, experiencing loose stools, weak and dizzy from low blood pressure. Backhand index pointing right. Here's the truth: chia and flax are supplements, not full meals. They don't replace protein, vegetables, essential fats, or a balanced plate. How to eat them right. Seed type: recommended amount best use doctor's notes. Flax, ground, 1 to 2 teaspoons per day. Add to oatmeal. Yogurt, salads keep refrigerated, grind fresh if possible. Chia, soaked, 1 tablespoon per day. Soak 15 to 30 minutes, add to moist foods. Drink plenty of water alongside, both combined 1 tablespoon each per day. Pre-soak in warm water bottle, sip throughout the day. Total intake should not exceed 3 tablespoons per day. I don't blame Mr. Bernard for using flax the wrong way. I don't blame Mrs. Linda for trying too hard to lose weight quickly, because after 60, we're not looking for perfection, we're looking for ease. A body that feels less strained, a meal that brings a little peace, a life that feels more ours again, and sometimes, all it takes is a few simple corrections to create a much deeper transformation. Coming up next, we'll step into a zone few people talk about: energy and blood sugar. Stability after 60, there's a reason so many of my patients say, since I started adding chia to my mornings, I don't crave sugar as much. I feel sharper. I can walk farther without getting tired. Let's discover why that happens, and how you can tap into that calm, steady energy again. Energy blood sugar, why tiny seeds help you feel less tired, less hungry. Doctor, I used to wake up tired. I'd feel sluggish before the day even started, but ever since I added just 1 tablespoon of chia to my breakfast, I don't need a mid-morning snack anymore, and for the first time in 10 years, I can walk around the house, without carrying glucose tablets in my pocket. That was Gloria speaking, 72 years old, a retired nurse. After moving to assisted living, she began to experience post-breakfast fatigue, light hypoglycemia around noon, constant cravings for sweets, even though, by all accounts, she was eating healthy. Don't blame age, fatigue, snack cravings. And that lingering fog many older adults feel, often come from blood sugar swings, unstable insulin levels, and breakfasts that lack fiber and protein. After 60, your body loses the ability to stabilize blood sugar efficiently, is prone to quick spikes, followed by sudden drops, and when it drops, you feel shaky, sleepy, hungry, unfocused, chart decreasing. That's why so many older adults feel tired even when they eat enough, because they're not eating right. Chia seeds are one of the rare plant-based foods that support stable blood sugar through 3 mechanisms: soluble fiber, slows sugar absorption, healthy fats, ALA, prolongs satiety, slow-digesting plant protein. When chia absorbs water, it forms a gel. This gel wraps around carbs, releasing sugar gradually, like a leaky faucet instead of a flooding pipe. Books Diabetes Care, 2020, published a study showing pre-diabetic patients who consumed 2 tablespoons of chia per day for 8 weeks experienced more stable blood sugar, reduced mid-meal hunger, a modest drop in HbA1c, 0.3%, while chia controls the speed. Flax is like a slow-burning ember, delivering sustained energy without sugar crashes. It offers 5 g of steady protein per ounce, unsaturated fats that prolong post-meal energy, an ultra-low glycemic index, GI, barely affects blood sugar at all. For those with diabetes, pre-diabetes, or who feel tired after meals, flax is a powerful, blood sugar-friendly option. I don't need coffee anymore. I eat 1 bowl of Greek yogurt with a soaked tablespoon of chia, and that keeps me going until lunch. On Sundays, I make oat flax pancakes for my grandkids. They love them, but more importantly, I can go grocery shopping alone now. I don't need pastries just to keep me standing. You know, for younger people, energy is about strength, but for older adults, energy is about independence. It's about being able to take a walk, cook a meal, have a conversation, without needing help. Why these little seeds keep blood sugar and mood steady. Affect chia flax. Why it matters: stabilizes post-meal sugar. White heavy checkmark, white heavy checkmark, white heavy checkmark, white heavy checkmark, white heavy checkmark. Chia's gel slows glucose absorption, keeps you full longer. White heavy checkmark, white heavy checkmark, white heavy checkmark, white heavy checkmark, white heavy checkmark. Flax has more healthy fats, reduces afternoon sugar cravings. White heavy checkmark, white heavy checkmark, white heavy checkmark, white heavy checkmark, white heavy checkmark. Chia's steady release curbs sweet cravings, improves morning alertness. White heavy checkmark, white heavy checkmark, white heavy checkmark, white heavy checkmark, white heavy checkmark. Chia's slow digestion supports stable energy. You don't need the energy of a 20-year-old. You just need enough clarity not to feel irritable, enough stamina to make it through the morning, and enough peace to know this day won't slip away from you. And that might start with just 1 little spoonful, taken the right way, at the right time. In the next section, I'll guide you through the final conclusion. If I could only choose 1 seed, which should I pick? And if I want to use both, what's the smartest combination? Plus, one last secret few people know: which of these two seeds actually contains more calcium than milk, and why this might bring new hope for older adults struggling with bone loss but unable to tolerate dairy. How to use them wisely after 60, portions, timing, combinations, smart choices, Dr. If I could only choose one of the two seeds, which one should it be? And if I want to use both, how can I combine them without upsetting my digestion or throwing things off balance? I've been asked this question more than 500 times, and my answer has never been simple, because after 60, eating isn't just about nutrition anymore, it's about learning to listen to the quiet signals your body is sending you. So, should you use chia or flax? Small blue diamond, choose chia if you struggle with constipation, bloating, or a sensitive gut, feel tired or crave snacks in the middle of the day, want more calcium and magnesium, but can't tolerate dairy. Backhand index pointing right. Why chia? It's gentle, forms a gut protective gel, helps you stay full longer, and smooths out blood sugar swings. Choose flax, ground, if you have high cholesterol or a history of heart disease, are a postmenopausal woman dealing with mood swings or hot flashes, have a family history or personal risk of hormone-related cancers, breast, endometrial, prostate. Backhand index pointing right. Why flax? It's rich in lignans, natural compounds that balance hormones, lower LDL, and reduce vascular inflammation, but the wisest choice isn't either/or. It's both. Think of chia and flax as two complementary friends. Chia is the gentle protector of your gut, flax is the strong housekeeper of your heart and hormones. Here's how I guide my patients over 60 to use them. Time of day, seed type, amount. How to use: morning ground flax 1 tsp, 7g, sprinkle into oatmeal, porridge, or yogurt. Afternoon soaked chia 1 tablespoon, 10g, mix into almond milk, smoothies, or warm water. Total, just 2 small spoons a day, but the benefits ripple through your body, gut, heart, brain, and hormones. Super seed mix. The secret combo I give my patients over 70, you can pre-mix a jar at home, 50% chia seeds, 50% ground flaxseed. Store it in a glass jar in the fridge, and use daily. 1 spoon in the morning, sprinkle on warm cereal or yogurt, 1 spoon in the afternoon, stir into water or smoothie. Light bulb when traveling or living in assisted care. This little jar becomes your silent bodyguard, always by your side. Smart combinations for common health goals. Health issue suggested combo: constipation, high cholesterol, 1 tablespoon chia, 1 teaspoon ground flax per day. Menopause, osteoporosis, flax chia vitamin D supplement, mild diabetes, high blood pressure, soaked chia in the morning, flax sprinkled on veggies in the afternoon. Gentle weight loss after 60, chia in morning yogurt, flax in evening salad to reduce night hunger. Your body doesn't need you to remember, it just needs you to repeat. Think of it like brushing your teeth. Keep the jar of seeds next to your morning cereal pot. Pre-soak chia in warm water after lunch as part of your hydration. Carry a tiny flax container with you when visiting family. You don't need motivation to stay healthy, you just need to design it so simply. You can't not do it. Who should use caution? Even healthy seeds aren't for everyone, especially in large doses. Who? What to watch for? People on blood thinners, ask your doctor. Chia and flax may mildly increase bleeding risk. Post-surgery patients avoid seeds for 7 to 10 days to allow intestines to recover. History of diverticulitis or bowel obstruction, use minimal amounts, 1/2 teaspoons per day. Always with plenty of water. You don't need some magical superfood. What you need is a small thing, done right, done regularly. Just 1 spoonful, if chosen wisely, can nourish not only your body, but also your sense of ease, your quiet confidence, and your independence. When my body felt calm again, my mind finally began to forgive itself. A patient once told me this: after 3 months of simply eating seeds every day, in the final part, I'll help you tie everything together, not just about flax or chia, but about the one thing we're all truly seeking after 60, to feel at peace in our own body. It's not just about which seed to choose, it's about the kind of life you want to choose. Dear friend, if you've stayed with me all the way to this moment, I know you weren't just here to learn whether chia or flax is better. I believe what you're truly searching for is something deeper, a body that feels lighter each morning, a mind that stays sharper through the afternoon, and a heart that rests more peacefully each night. Chia or flax is just the beginning. One spoon of seeds won't change your life overnight, but if you repeat it daily, with understanding, and with kindness toward yourself, it can change the way you live the rest of your life. It can help you use the restroom with ease. Instead of dreading mornings in silence, it can help you sleep deeper. Instead of tossing and turning under the weight of imbalanced hormones, it can help you step outside, without fear of fatigue or needing sugar to keep you going. From thousands of patients over the years, good health in old age doesn't come from big things, it comes from the small things you do every day, and do them right. One spoonful of seeds, one glass of water, one quiet smile when you feel your body trying its best. That's where the change begins. So today, what will you choose? It's not really about choosing chia or flax, it's about choosing this herb to listen to your body instead of pushing it. Crescent moon to be gentle with your gut, your hormones, and your heart. Compass to stay engaged with your health, not because you're afraid, but because you're ready to take ownership again, at 60, 70, or even 80. If you're still watching right now, I know you truly care about your health. Leave a comment, not for me, but for yourself. Say it out loud. Write it down. I will start caring for my body again, starting today. Backhand index pointing right. Have you tried chia or flax before? Share your experience. Your story might be the light someone else needs in a dark night. Backhand index pointing right. Have questions or concerns? Let me know. I read every word you write. If this video helped you even a little, backhand index pointing right, give it a like. That small gesture tells YouTube this is worth sharing. Backhand index pointing right. Subscribe to Better Health After 50, so each week, you'll get a gentle lesson that could change your health. Backhand index pointing right, and don't forget to turn on the bell, because in the next video, I'll reveal the 2 seeds you must avoid if you're on blood pressure or diabetes medications. Getting older isn't scary. What's scary is believing that you can't get better, that you can't feel lighter, stronger, or more independent again. But I believe you can, and I'm deeply grateful to walk this path beside you, even if it starts with something as simple as a spoonful of seeds. Until next time, I'm Dr. James, and I believe this with all my heart. We all deserve a fulfilling old age, not one filled with luxury, just one filled with lightness. Orange heart. Thank you for being here.